Today we're going to be talking about a very, very important subject when it comes to real estate investment. And today's co-host is
Favor Chidera.
Favor Chidera, an amazing real estate consultant based here in Asaba, and she works with Medici Homes. So what we're going to be talking about is specifically for young Nigerians, investors, both those who live within the country and beyond Nigeria. It is this question: what is land banking, and why are Nigerians in diaspora doing it a lot? You know, when I visited China 2 months ago, that was one of the questions a lot of investors were asking. Medici, can you explain further about land banking? And I took out that time to explain to them. So today's class, we're going to be sharing with you in the next few minutes what is land banking, what it entails, why smart investors like you are buying into that, and why you should start now. So I would ask Favor Chidera the first question on today's live class. What is land banking? What does land banking actually mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So land banking is that process where someone buys a land now in a raw and undeveloped area.
Okay.
Yes. That's mostly
Mm.
in a raw and undeveloped area, and the person will wait for time to appreciate the land. Like the person can buy it for, let's say, buy it today and
Yeah.
wait till like 5 to 10 years, because as the months goes by, as the years go by, the price of any land, the value of the land appreciates. So land banking is like you're putting money inside bank for a bank to hold it for you till a specific time, but then you're putting money into land and to hold it for you. And the advantage of putting it there is that it will hold it and still multiply it for you. So it's like you're not buying just the land, you're buying both the location. Yes, and you're buying it for what it is, not for what it is today, but for what it will be tomorrow. So that's land
So
banking.
instead of banks making money from your head, you begin to actually make money because you are doing land. You are banking your cash in land. Okay. So the second question.
Yes. So I would ask you the second question, sir.
Go ahead.
Why are Nigerians drawn to land banking? Like Nigerians in the diaspora.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I remember reading about Ima properties in Dubai. I would love to share this story.
Okay.
And 30 years ago, where you have the famous downtown Dubai right now, the houses, Burj Khalifa, and other iconic real estate projects were literally desert spots. But a young man called Mohammed Alab, the founder of Emir Properties, was buying up these lands. So when I visited Dubai and I visited some real estate companies there, I started asking them. They said, this is why they also do land banking. So land banking is not just peculiar to the African or Nigerian market. It's a global trend. Now, this is why Nigerians in diaspora are doing land banking. One, because they live in developed climes, they understand the potentials of land banking. That's number one. The potentials of growth. So let's say we have different projects here in Asaba. Projects starting from 70 million naira down to 750,000 naira. For someone buying a project of 70 million at the heart of Asaba, the return on investment will be maybe 10 to 20% on a max annually. That's within a 12-month period. You could make maybe the property you bought for 70 million might be worth 80 or 85. But the property you bought for 750 can easily go up to 1.5, 2.5, 3 million. The classic example was last year. We sold a project here in Asaba for 950,000, Light City. That location now, the least you can get within that front location, because it's directly facing the college of a functional tertiary institution. That location now, the least you can get there is 2.5 million. And just last year, we sold there for 950,000. So those who bought in that time are sitting on 300% return on investment. So the first one is growth potentials when you buy undeveloped areas, because it can move from 0 to 100. Number two is the low entry price. So you are not breaking the bank, you are not taking the whole money you make as salary outside the country. You are not taking the whole money you make in your business, whether you live within Nigeria or outside Nigeria. You're not putting all of them. Low entry price. And the third and the final one is that it's a low maintenance system. So you don't spend a lot of money to maintain land. Immediately you buy your land, and you put a form of possession. here at Medici Homes, some of our estates are fenced. Very soon we are fencing the remaining ones. You understand? So once you have fenced it, there's no maintenance cost. You are at literally you just commit that money and you wait for time to do its magic. And the final reason why people buy into land banking, especially Nigerians in diaspora, is that it reminds them of home. So no matter where you are, I've been a frequent traveler. I do businesses in other countries, and there are some times when I'm living outside, like maybe I'm currently outside, and I just want to come back home. It happened to me recently. I went to Zanzibar in Tanzania for business study, and I got tired of the place. I just wanted to come back home. So there's this home pool that comes with investing back home. That's why a lot of Nigerians in diaspora invest back home. Remind them of their memories, where they grew up, experiences. There's no place like home. Last. So,
but you said something about buying into the location.
Yeah.
Because it pulls in money.
Yes.
But that's where people, many people, they have not understood this thing because emphasis has not been laid on it.
Absolutely.
That when you're buying into a particular bush, you can wait till eternity, and that bush will not develop. So please, can you tell us more about buying strategically when it comes to land banking, the location? Please tell us more about it.
Okay, so when we talk about land banking, there's a big mistake a lot of investors make. They go for cheap above quality. So you can buy affordable properties, but don't go for the cheapest property. If you are looking for the cheapest property, Sambisa Forest in Borno State literally is the cheapest place you can buy that. Because even with 100,000, they can give you 30 plots. Literally, no shade intended to people from Borno State, but you understand what I'm saying. So there are things you look out for before you buy a land banking location. First, you must look out for government interest or presence. So let me explain this clearly. Locations develop fast depending on the interest of the government within that area. So we currently have a property in Lulu. The sitting deputy governor of Delta State has more than 1,000 hectares of farmland that he has already carried out basic infrastructure on it. He's a sitting governor, sitting deputy governor, sorry. So imagine what will happen when he enters by his second term. Possibly road networks. Do you understand? That's number one. Number two is proximity to potential infrastructures. So we have projects in Abuja, and one of the biggest selling points of Abuja that makes it a lot interesting is because it's home to a tertiary institution, the College of Nursing Sciences, that is functional. Now, that school just started last year. Imagine what will happen in the next 5-10 years. People that grew up in Onitsha can relate to what I'm saying. A few years ago, they will give you land in Subu. You reject it. But because there's a population of students in that location, what happened is that right now, there are places in Nsugbe that sell as high as 50 to 60 million naira.
Wow.
This is places that 5, 10, 20, 15 years ago, these places were considered bush. Far back, people will not move to Ogidi. Do you understand? I'm giving an example of those from Anambra State. So I'm sharing an example that people can relate. Nigerians in diaspora.
This DOU here that was opened in 2020, 2021.
So even in Asaba, DOU, the Dennis Osadebe University, then people consider there as like outskirts of Asaba.
Yes.
Right now, the least you get land there is 40-45 million. So you look out for government interest. Is it an area where the government is situating some projects? Then you look out for infrastructural potentials. Is there a tertiary institution, a university, a polytechnic, a college of nursing sciences that is within that location? That's why we don't just sell any random locations. We are very intentional here in Medici. So before you buy that next land banking offer, don't just check for the price. Ask for these things. So moving on. We need to also consider what are the risks or disadvantages of land banking. Let's be honest. Let's not just cook up stories and tell you land banking is that virgin that you marry and you're happily ever after. What are the risks involved in land banking? So I'll ask my co-host in 2 minutes to summarize.
All right. So the risk that has the potential of becoming a problem in land banking, especially for diaspora investors, are documentation. This one, because these people now, they send money back home. They want to invest back home, like you said. But then, how to now verify these documents? And that's why many people now, you'll be hearing that some real estate company, when you hear about real estate company, you're already thinking scam. The thing that comes to your mind is scam, because many people have invested into real estate company that they thought would give them the best thing, but then they were scammed because maybe the documents were not verified. The title
not verified.
and another thing, the survey plan was not matching with what was on ground.
So true.
And they told them that the one that is that used to pay for that, they told them that the land is close to. In fact, see the deputy governor, see the land here. Like, see the deputy governor is close to the deputy governor's house. You know, those kind of things, those kind of lies, those kind of dishonesty that people have. But if real estate companies can actually put in more work into giving you value, these people, they are hungry for value. And if you're able to give them this value, they'll be literally begging, almost literally begging you to collect their money because you're giving them honesty. So if diaspora investors are not able to verify documents, how do you verify these documents? Go to the land registry, deploy a verified lawyer or real estate consultant. Yes, and here at Medici Homes, we guide you step by step. The consultants guide you step by step. And then if you even go on the platforms, you can go on Ekene Medici's platform. He will teach you how to verify your documents. So that you and when you also get a lawyer that can vet these documents, they can help you verify if this document is real or not. Your surveyor, take that survey plan and go to the Surveyor General's office. Yes, and then get it ready to know that if this document, because this is your investment, and if it's even if it's yielding money for you, and you come back home and then you just find out that the land is not yours, or so many people have bought land. Sir, please tell us more about this.
Okay, so this particular risk is a very big problem. Yesterday, I was talking to a customer on a 3-week call, and one of the things he was sharing with me how he lost lands in what's it called? How he lost lands in Anambra. He called some places in Anambra. He lost up to 6 plots or thereabouts. He lost some in another states, and while we were on that call, the first thing I did was that I sent his realtor one of the documents of the company that shows the registration of the land. And I said, sir, this is the registration of that land. So you can also go and verify. That's number one. Number two, we don't hide. Some companies, when you reach out to them and say, can I see the documents of the land? They are just covering it all up. Our documents are always available at hand. We can send you the soft copy since you don't stay in Nigeria, or you maybe not available to go and verify. Another thing you also need to understand when it comes to land bank, this is very important. I need to explain this very well. This is a risk involved. It requires long-term patience. You can't buy a property of 750,000 naira and you want to make millions or hundreds of millions overnight. Would it happen sometimes? Yes, but that is not the rule. It's an exception. So the reason why it's called land banking is that you are supposed to hold for a period of time. Now, there's a difference between land banking and land flipping. So most people confuse land banking with land flipping. Land flipping are locations like hilltop apartments that we sell currently at 70 million at the heart of Asaba, or Vintage City Phase 2 that we sell 10.5 million that is in Abuja. These ones are built up areas. So you can buy and sell it within 1 year. But when you're buying a land banking project, you don't expect it to just give you the return overnight or magically. It doesn't work that way. So you must understand that in the real estate industry, patience, especially when it comes to land banking, patience is highly required. So we're going to end this class today with this particular statement. As a real estate investor based outside Nigeria, one of the things we do also to help shorten the distance between your investment and the security of your capital is that we organize what you call an investors meetup session in different continents of the world at a particular time. Right now, we were in China 2 months ago. Next month, we are going to be in Europe. We're going to be in Germany, Italy, and United Kingdom. So if you're an investor who wants to invest back home in Nigeria, you can send us a message. You can send Favor a message. You can send Medici a message so that you can be booked for our global investors meetup in these countries. Subsequently, we're also going to other countries to tell investors, show you what we are selling, so that you can meet the people behind what you are buying. When we went to China recently, a lot of people bought in because they literally saw that, okay, one of the partners of the company is here in person. And that's one of the things we do. We try to make sure that we come to you, show you what we have, verify the documents by yourself before you pay for the land. So here in Asaba, we have properties starting from 750,000 naira per plot, a complete full plot, registered land, not just a random land. And the most beautiful thing is that we have taken possession of the property, the signage, the pillars on the land. And once we enter dry season now, we start fencing on these properties. You understand? So you're not just buying a random land, you're buying an asset that will keep paying you even after you are dead. And if you say, okay, I don't want Asaba, but I want in Abuja, we have land banking offers in Abuja starting from as little as 9 million for a 150 square meter plot size in Idu. And we also have properties from 7 million in Apo. So you can do well to send Favor Chidera Wachuku a message so that she can guide you, or you could reach out to me so that we can help you to secure your next land investment. So until I see you again, have a lovely day ahead.
Bye.
Bye for now.